Yo, what? Everything good? Yes, I. Don't rump when shotgun again. People, peace and blessing like always. And remember to search me up there for entertainment. The earth rightful ruler. I'm going to speak on the environment and what the people should be aware of. One of the thing that they don't teach you in school was time, period, environment. Time, period, environment. They didn't teach you that we are not alone and we are not the only life form exists within the universe. They teach us there's one planet, right? Before I go into it, this hat is Rasta hat. Understand? This is not a faggot. And I'm a straight person. If a million man go get a million generation die. Understand? If you do not understand it, let me repeat it one more time. If a million man born out a million woman, and that million man and woman do not lay with the proper gender and have children when they die, and millions of them die. If a billion of them come from vagina, man and woman, and they don't lay with the proper gender to controlling and continue them bloodline, when them die, about 50 million of them die, whatever the number is. Let's get into it, sir. The environment. People must be aware of the danger of the environment. Understand? This is what I'm trying to pinpoint to you. The environment of species is real. The planet of many is real. You teach is one, there is many. Understand? I said these things in camera. Let's go into it. Now, if a species want to capture you, understand? You might not get captured in the present, but you can get captured in the past tense. So when you're hanging out in the public, in your backyard, or in you know, the people in the countryside, they like hanging out on the trees and you know, smoke, and they by themselves. Don't do that no more. You need to have someone present. You need to have a weapon. If you go into the woods, carry a weapon. Even if you have machete, bring your machete. Understand? If you have a weapon, bring your weapon when you go into the woods. If you're hanging out in the backyard, do that, because you could easily get captured. Understand? And when they capture human, them sell them for 40 cents. Understand? Black people, you need to realize slavery still exists because of time. Them dome that you hear coming out the earth, they do time shift. The dome can go back to the time when black people was slavery and capture black people and bring black people here. Understand? And they do not have to go into the time after slavery. You could just go back a day or 5 behind the slavery and capture them and invade and take over and leave you in the present still doing slavery. You understand? Our ancestors still on a slave. So if I own ship, I would go back and capture a time and free black people. Understand? If I own ship, this is what I would do. These are some of the things you must be aware of in the environment. Now, the dome environment is very serious. A few humans are in the domes. What is dome? Domes are when landfall, people live below there. Them have vessel and them have base that they live, but them have invincible shape of the environment. The dome can be sitting in the middle of the streets and you're driving through it and you do not realize that. It's not going to have invincible. The dome control dimension. Understand? If your government caught falling, the domes then can invade the planet. Because if you're caught falling, it comes with take your city from you. Shoot your government, vanish everything, and take over. The domes are species, species. They got alien species, dog species, wolf species, and they could put on human form. Not every human you see are human. That's why some behavior, I say, yo, how come that behavior? Because some know how to adapt to human behavior and some do not know how to. But it's all a part of God's creation. Instead, it's a part of, if you die, you know, you could just use the power of technology or some kind of command and become you and keep you in the public. But you would never know. You might die in Jamaica but in Africa you're still living. You might not be the same person, but you are the face of the person. Sometimes they give them 70% of your soul, and sometimes they give them none at all. They might look like the person, but they're not. There's a lot of people look like me. And saying, but they're not really me. These are some things you have to realize what's going on in the environment. And people must be aware of invincible man in the environment. You see these glasses? You notice a lot of people do it. If you're doing things in the environment, you close your eyes up, man, because invincible man will blind you. Invincible man will deaf you. And they're using a silent weapon. And if you watch my camera, them the health ones, you will notice I teach you how it should be cured and what I used to do it. And I told you how they pollute it. These are some of the things of the environment you must be realized of invincible man. Invincible man can walk through your doors. See? How to protect that, you need a dog or you need powers to protect yourself. Understand? You need a weapon. These are some of the things you must realize about invincible man. And invincible car, you gotta be aware of invincible car. Watch how you walk the street, because someone could come from anywhere, anytime, and hit you down and put the vehicle back on and go and keep moving. This is why so much people get hit down in the street. These are some of the environment things you must be aware of. And the next thing, we're gonna talk about probe. Human probe snatcher. When the probe go off, where did you go? Understand? Where did you go? Wait. There's zillions of planets, right? And some planet are species planet. Human barely own timelines of Earth. You understand? Someone could send a probe from a dimension, and it would just come in and just go off and pick you up and take you somewhere else. Slavery still exists, so you got to realize these are some of the things of the environment. This is why when you're out in the public, you must have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people walk. In this time period, because we done with the 90s and the 80s way. We are in a different time period. The government caught fall in the land. A lot of land pissed off and find out who is actually doing it. And some of them are ruling, some of them are not ruling, some of them are army, and some of them are not army. Some are Air Force and Marine. And once you have a warhead like that, another warhead from another planet, we want them warhead, they're gone. And what they will do, they will pick out the people. Because without the people, there's no economic system. So if they wipe out the people, the economic system gone down, and then we just comes in and won't invest. And they won't buy. They're using coding to survive. These are some of the things you must realize. So once they caught falling, you got to be aware. Now, probe will snatch you from your backyard. I do not know if it can snatch you from your living room. You understand? But I know if you're outside, it will just pick you and just vanish you. Vanish you. Instantly, you just find yourself somewhere else. These are some of the things of the environment. Now, the other thing about environment, who create us now have got this thing named body port. Them control the human their body port. Now, they could turn on your body port and make you walk into prison. They can make you walk into 1979. Believe me, the master of the universe, which you can call him God. Once God has cleaned up the earth, and once God decide war upon planet, war against lesbians and fag and rapists and thief and murderer, understand? And the same one, the environment clean up. And we talk to God, but you have to understand what is God. And he must say, I'm going to wipe up all the evil demons and done with all the lesbian angels and crush up the whole demon falling. And you understand? Them control when you step, you're somewhere else. Believe me. And when you step off, you might find yourself in an alien prison, wolf prison, dog prison, Gronese prison, monkey species prison. You understand? Gorilla prison, and tons of other prison, fish prison. You are human, you know, but they control that. And understand? So you might shift there. Now, the environment. People shifting from the past must realize you can shift into time. If you was one of them that are part of the Sun Pop and he was doing things within the country, you have to realize the environment controlled by someone. It wasn't you. You didn't create the planet. You didn't create the tree, the grass, the rock, the stone, your ear, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your eyes, and your voice and your teeth. Them. You know, you didn't create. Where they come from? You don't even know who created letter. You can't tell me who created Z. If you are human, I won't believe you. Because it was not around. There's no scriptures for it. You just learn it comes from a different a different level. If you learn who create the order of trope, you'll be surprised. That angel species create the color, like the blue and the red and the green. You see the jail color, and then it comes with pink and white and black and white, and then you got the troops and camouflage, and the police force have blue. You notice they got a certain rules they follow. Those are the angel order of rulership. You men didn't create those things, man. Down to the war way, you men didn't create it. It's all them rules of the Bible, the human didn't create that. It's the other species create that. Because human think they are the one that was created first. The Bible that they give unto you was given to you by a species. You have to understand what's going on in the environment. This is why you got so much, you got racism, and you have all type of different things. You understand? And what I observe and what I go against, it was something that I didn't understand. You understand? I see species like Obey in New York City. So, Obey people. You understand? And I see a lot of things that if I mention it to you, you wouldn't believe. You understand that? Alright, so you have to understand. Down in Jamaica, they might observing dog species or monkey species. You know, popcorn, you know, but tell popcorn say what's up. You understand? Kolonji. Them understand because me deal with that other them. You understand? You have to understand what's going on in the environment. Now let's break it down to another level. Let's talk about now duplicate. Now, people down in Jamaica, believe me meet more than 10 popcorn. Believe me. We meet more than 10 Kolonji. Believe me. Because them all have a different time before this time. You understand that? We meet Bob Marley. Terror Fabulous. Before we meet our Garnet Silk. You understand that? Because time period shift him to my time. Your body porting them control it. So may I tell you, I them, if you are the wrong man, just keep a bag on you. You understand? Keep a bag on you. Hold up 1 second. You see, this, me carry this with me all the time. I don't put no food in it. I make sure I carry a level with it. You understand? Those who know this trick, I'm going to show you something where you keep with you at all time. Dimension. You have to carry 2 pieces of this. And this right here. You put them together like that and you might get back to your dimension. That's what I was told. You must always get these 2 pieces right here. That is them let you in. You understand? Yeah, if you do not understand that, you know, it like that, and 2 pieces like this, and then you put them together like that. See them? And you put them together like that and put them in the earth and dig it down and you might get back into your environment. But you cannot come back to this time. If you come back to this time, it wouldn't be 2026 or 2025. It will be in a different time. Understand? And the next thing now we're going to go into environment. People within this time, people from year 70 what we call it? Let me say 50,099. Year 50,099. You understand? Light years. Some people can come from a zillion light years. Some people can come from a billion light years. Some people can come from 2 million light years and come right here into this 2026 environment. How I know that? Because my camera them live, so me get attacked by the future. And when me summons the Bible, and compel them explain it to me. Them just catch that shock and start explaining. I say, what? You come from 20 light years of music in a floating ship, you tell me, people driving and listening to Visionary in flying cars. So, okay, where? You say Jamaica in 20 million light years from now. So okay, then say, alright, and them still listen to Sizzla and Bob Marley and Mavado, and enough of them, enough youth still redo things. I say, okay. So I learn, so now, if you is a very creative person and you're gonna have effect in the future will come and shoot in present and shoot you. You understand? And the youths them now within the present, them when you're outside the environment, you have to do with the bad mind thing and cut short thing with each other. You have to protect each other. You understand? Especially if you doing things within the public. You have to realize, so, don't watch the black alone. Watch a face that come from a million light years come to the present. How they do that now? They use technology. You understand? And those one who doing it, they are the government. You understand? And they might not want you to have effect into the future or in time to come. These are some of the things that happen in the environment. And one more thing before I go, in the environment, police control the girls them in the environment. You hear me? Then tell them who to talk to. In this time period, I'm trying to liberate them so they could have free will. Because the government will watch the people sometime and use their badges and tell the girls them not to talk to the men. Enforcing homosexual on the men. These are some of the things that are going on in the environment. And another thing going on in the environment, you gotta watch what you eat. Tell the people, poison do not comes only by hand. Some people can think poison in your food and your liquor and your soup and your drinks. Some people gotta realize that. So when you eat outside, you have to have some ginger, some garlic, and some other little things. You gotta know how to protect yourself. You gotta check what happened before you eat the food, before you drink, and before you party. If you feel headlight, do not go around the wheels and drive. These are some of the things you have to understand also. Understand? And there's a lot of things that happen in the environment. Kidnapping, raping, and all that. Invincible man, kidnapping, and all these things. People need to stick together and protect them family. And next thing you must do, arm yourself by law. Those who come from Jamaica and come from other part of the country, study the gun law of your country. Understand? Whosoever watches camera this far, study the gun law. If you have a temper, do not buy a gun or get a gun license. If you're down on the island, study the gun law and register one and get one for yourself to protect your family. It's not like how it used to be, man. Understand? Alright, I remember I said, I hold the power and shield of the earth forever. Understand? And I will never be fogged. I'm not going to kill the innocent. I'm not going to do what I not supposed to do. I'm doing what I supposed to do. And this is a camera of the environment. I hope you like it and share it to someone million, trillion, zillion years to come. And all those government in a zillion light years don't send no one to the president to catch eye. You understand? But you will never make it to do gunja. Peace.